You are trying. You are doing everything right. You read books, watch videos, work on yourself, make decisions, take action, try to become better. But the more you want success, the further it moves away from you. And this doesn't seem logical, because you were taught the opposite. Want it more. Try harder. Never give up. Yet reality keeps showing something else. There are people who try less and receive more. There are those who don't chase, and they get offered opportunities. There are those who don't cling, and they get chosen. And sooner or later, a question starts forming inside you. Why does desperation push the goal away instead of pulling it closer? Why does it happen that at a certain point, the harder you try, the worse things go? The answer is uncomfortable, but it's honest. Desperation is not, "I really want this." Desperation is the fear that without it, you won't survive. It's a state where you're no longer choosing, you're clinging. When you act from desperation, your brain switches into threat mode. And in this mode, you make worse decisions, radiate tension, lose clarity, make mistakes where you normally wouldn't. The Stoics called this a loss of inner control, not a loss of control over events. Those were never under your control anyway, but a loss of control over yourself. A person who needs approval feels unsafe. A person who needs money makes mistakes. A person who needs a result loses strength because they put not the task, but themselves on the line. Ask yourself honestly, am I doing this from desire or from fear? Two people can do the same thing, say the same words, take the same actions, yet success comes to only one of them. Why? Because we don't read actions, we read states. Desperation broadcasts, "I need this. Without it, I am nothing. I am afraid." Calmness broadcasts, "I choose. I will handle it. I am not clinging." Imagine a job interview. One candidate is tense. He wants the job at any cost. He tries to please. He's afraid to say the wrong thing. The other is calm, collected, not clinging, not proving. Who gets chosen? Almost always the second one. Not because he is smarter, but because he is more stable. You don't suffer because of events. You suffer because of the desire to control them. Desperation is always connected to control. You want things to happen faster, go effectively your way, get the reaction you expect from people. But the stronger the control, the stronger the resistance. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do your work and allow the rest to be as it is." This isn't about passivity, it's about clarity. Because there is a line beyond which effort stops being strength and becomes pressure. The Stoics spoke of a hidden contract. You don't consciously sign it, but you live by it. You say to the world, "I will do everything right," and in return, you owe me a result. And every time the result doesn't come, tension grows. Until one day you realize, I am living in a state of waiting. And waiting is a refusal to live in the present. You are not living. You postponed life until when it works out. But success is not a place. It's an event. And it doesn't owe you anything. Here is the most important question. How would you act if you knew there were no guarantees? Not, "if I wasn't afraid," but if guarantees simply didn't exist. Because in reality, they don't. And the moment you stop living as if they should appear, you stop acting from tension. When you remove this internal bet, you get your strength back. The strength to act without ultimatums, without bargaining, without a hidden request. The Stoics called this the return of sovereignty. You stop being a hostage to outcomes. You act because it's your choice. And here's the paradox. When you stop pushing, the world responds more softly. People feel when you expect something from them, even if you don't say it. And they feel when you are free. In the first case, you are asking. In the second, you are offering. That's why a person who isn't afraid to lose is almost always more attractive. Not because they are better, but because they are not needy. The Stoic model of action is simple. Separate action from outlet. Allow the potentiality of failure. Act slower, but cleaner. Watch your inner state, not just the goal. Do your part and let the rest be. And then, something changes. People start responding. Decisions come easy. Situations unfold with less resistance. Not because the world became kinder, but because you stopped fighting it. The Stoics said, "The one who is in harmony with himself demands nothing from the world." And that is effectively why he receives more. Not as a reward, but as a consistency. Success doesn't come to those who want it. It comes to those who don't collapse without it. Desperation says, "I need this or it's over." Calmness says, "I will handle it either way." And the world almost always chooses the second. You don't lose success because of lack of effect. You push it away when you make it too important. The moment you stop needing, you start choosing. And choice is strength. And that is the moment when you stop chasing. And that is the moment when things finally start working.